You ask me what I'm sipping on and what are my dreams. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna tell you, honey.
Okay, everybody, this is Seattle Tour 6723, and we're gonna do another cognac review, which is up right there above me, and you see it in the screen above. But the actual cognac is right here to my left. But we're gonna do Remy Martin XO. And before I go into that, I'm gonna go ahead and explain again, a little bit about the cognac production in the regions, because it's similar to the whiskey, where you have your Space side, you have your Islay side, you have your Highlands. They operate within a six regions area. The cognac area is located just south of Paris and north of Bordeaux, and it's been defined and legally classified that way since 1909. The areas are you have your Grand Champagne, your Petit Champagne, that's number 2. Number 3 is Borderies. Number 4 is Finis Bois. Number 5 is Bonds Bois. And number 6 is Bois Ordnance. Remy Martin, this is the growers, where the 6 regions within the cognac region established in 1902, south of France. There's a circle region, and they're divided up into 6. Remy Martin uses only Grand Champagne and Petit Champagne grapes. They're grown within that specific region. Of the big circle, and those 2 of the 6, they only use those 2. That accounts for all of their production. They don't use Finis Bois or any of the other ones. But Finis Bois is used mostly, and it's the most used grapes in cognacs. They account for, I think, about 50% of the production is from that region, and that's heavily used by Martell. But sticking with Remy, and we'll get down there further later. But some of the other guys use some of the other ones, but the least used one is the Bois Ordnance, or Ordinaires. I keep saying Ordnance, thinking I'm in the military. Bois Ordnance. That one is least used. It only counts for 1%. Small little grow areas, mostly local stuff. Okay, got that cleared up. So, Remy Martin uses Grand Champagne, which is not to be confused with champagne, but it's actually the word champagne in France means chalky. It means the soil has a lot of gray chalkiness to it. That's really what it means, not the champagne that you're thinking about. And if you use 50% or more of the grapes from the Grand Champagne area, then the cognac can legally be called a fine champagne. Those are some of the rules and guidelines. Another thing is with cognacs, as far as the rules, they're called you're talking about eaux-de-vie. Those are your pots and your mixes of cognac, eaux-de-vie, UDVs, and they make them in batches. And what they do is they age them. The Grand Champagne is actually one of the best ones to use for age, so that's why they can call it a fine champagne. And the UDVs. EUADEVIE, yep, UDV. And that's the reason why they can name it fine champagne, like this bottle right here has up here, where it says fine champagne. That means that they've used it 50% of the grapes use is from that region, and that's why they can label it that. Now the ages are 6 years plus what's 10 years now. 10 years and up is all XOs. Is the minimum age you can use in a barrel, and they're coming back with the Horse, where those will be labeled Napoleons, where they'll be labeled 6 years. So you'll start to see Remy Napoleons, Hennessy Napoleons, Cavassier Napoleons, and you'll start to see coming out other cognacs named Napoleon. That just means they're aged around 6 years for those that had a lot of extra barrels at 6 years old. So, also as far as the coloring, they are allowed to add, they're allowed to take burnt brown sugar and add it to add coloring to it. They don't. That's the limit that they can do. They're not adding any chemicals or nothing like that. So I'm gonna go out and say with the oiliness on this one, it's definitely got legs on it, and it's it's got those legs right there that you're looking for with the oiliness, with the color, that you guys see it here, and there's that oiliness. I know you can see it there. Starting to drip down there. That's the legs right there. So we're gonna give you guys the cost on this particular bottle. We're gonna go by cost. We're gonna go. I'm gonna tell you the cost. Is it worth it? We're gonna do the smelling notes, and we're gonna do the tasting notes. So let's speed this up because I don't want to make this video too long. Okay, on the nose, fruit, grapes. In the beginning, hints of rancio. Some jam notes, figs. The limousine oak. Get a little bit of that. And this is aged anywhere between 10 to 35 years is what Martels will do. They'll mix their eaux-de-vie, UDVs will be anywhere between the ages of 10 years to 35 years. And they don't label the percentage. I wish they would. That would help. But that's what you're dealing with. So you get that rancio because you can tell they use some older stuff. The beginning notes of it. A little bit of the yolk. There's the grape with the fig. A little bit of floral notes. And a slightness of mentholy note. Very slight, but it's there. It gives me the thoughts that this is blended really well, and they kind of linked a little bit on some of the older UDVs versus the young stuff. Okay, on the palate. First enters a little bit of the fig, the fruit, the grape, a little bit of spice. You can tell that younger 10-year-old is used in there because it keeps everything lively. It's well balanced, but it shows up when you're swallowing it. It comes up, then it just, mellows out. It goes into the floral notes, a little bit of that jasmine on the back. Try it one more time to see if we can pick up anything else with the figs in there and a little bit of that jam. there's that rancio, that walnut like taste there. There's no drying of the mouth. The viscosity on this is good. Still get your jam, still get your hint of fruit. You still get your hint of a little bit of coffee bean, cocoa like, a little bit of fig in the opening and the sweetness, and it just balances out. It's a very well done cognac. They did a good job with this. The finish on it, it's about medium. It's not it's not something overwhelming, and it's medium. So now, let's go ahead and go into the scoring, and is it worth it? Okay. I'm going to give this particular cognac, based on my knowledge, my experience, which is becoming pretty extensive, I'm going to give it I want to say 88.5 to an 89. But is it worth it? $139 when you're looking at Hennessy's and stuff that are 180 to 200. You can find some for 150. Shop online, but then when you ship it, it's going to be another 26, 27 bucks. So you're back up to 180-ish. When you pick this up for 139 versus Martell's, which is 180 still on average. It's $40 cheaper, and it's close to some of the big boys. It's got some rancio. It's used in the Grand Champagne area, so it makes better for longer aging. I wish they had used more older stuff in there. So I'm going to give this an 88.5. The half point can go either way depending on what you're looking at because of the price point. I'm going to give the extra 0.5 for the price. So 88.5, that's what I'm scoring this at. Is it worth to go pick up at $139? If you shop around with any of the XOs that's sold here, big brand names, because the price of the name is in it, of course you can find better and for cheaper if you know where to look and what you're looking for. Because I've been doing this for a little while now, and I put the money behind it to really get in, you know what I'm saying, to see what this was all about. 88.5, not a bad deal. It's a good, it's a good one. It's got a little bit of, for what you're paying, and I know that I can get a little bit better. That's the reason for the 88.5, and that's at best. I'm going to go ahead and close this one out. Any comments, any questions, leave them in the comment section. I'm always down there. I'll be more than happy to answer them. I didn't mean to drag this out so long. This is Seattle 206-723.